Nah, tour's going well. So you came to one of the shows.
I came to Manchester.
Yeah.
I did a video on it.
Which hopefully you guys have all seen by now.
So basically, if you haven't seen it, I actually told you about this
Yeah, I was
idea
going to bring this up.
so long ago. I told you about it like way before the tour started.
Well, it's because your family's from Leeds, you said you were going to do it for Leeds. But then,
Well, I said I was going
unfortunately...
to come to Leeds anyway, and I was like, I might bring an actor.
Yeah.
And be like a super fan for JJ.
Yeah.
And then I kind of thought, you know what? I'll go, because you ended up not doing Leeds.
Yeah, unfortunately I had to cancel Leeds, so Manchester.
Yeah, so Manchester, I was like, Manchester's the most plausible one for me to go to.
Yeah.
So I ended up going. I took this guy called Cecil. And
hold up, I love how his name is Cecil.
Yeah.
You know that thing that went around on Twitter recently where no one's been named Gary
since
Cecil 1992?
Yeah.
How many times has Cecil been named?
He said, we were talking on the train and he was like, I said, oh, go up, get a video message from him saying like, oh, hey, Cecil.
Yeah.
And then go up, get another one for your brother. He was like, yeah, I'll call him Cecil. I was like, oh my God.
That's jokes.
So then, he went we snuck him into the VIP meet and greet. Bass helped with that.
Yeah.
So did like Valdi from Cut and Mustard.
Yeah, Valdi's a tour promoter. He's like organising the tour. But it's because that Bass has been filming like my vlogs.
That's literally, I've spoken to Bass in depth about this and he was like, they won't suspect anything because I'm filming every time.
But you say that, but that day was annoying because like I didn't want to vlog it because I was like, I've got a video coming out from Glasgow, Newcastle and Sheffield all in one video. And I was like, because Manchester was on its own and the video wasn't out yet, I was like, I don't think I'm going to do Manchester because the vlogs are becoming like too similar.
Yeah.
The same format. Like we'll do backstage, then we'll do VIP, then we'll do the show. So I was like, I don't really want to film today. He's like, nah, do the intro, do all this stuff. And I'm like, Bass. And then I can't believe I didn't see it coming because like you said, you told me about it. And the way this guy like approached JJ was just so weird. Like he did really well.
Yeah.
But JJ also did well because JJ, it happens a lot. People will come up to JJ and be like, oh, do you remember me from like the book tour?
Yeah.
And like, obviously this is going to sound bad, but JJ obviously maybe doesn't remember them because he's met so many people, especially in a meet and greet. If you meet like 5,000 people, it's hard to remember, one, unless they were like crazy.
So that's literally what I kind of targeted what I know. So firstly, JJ afterwards was like, oh, you should have done more. Like he could have tried grabbing my chain.
Well, that's what I thought until I saw the video, and I was like, actually, it worked out well.
Well, I was there like, firstly, JJ's with the bodyguard. I had told his bodyguard.
Yeah.
Like I showed him the guy. I was like, this is the guy. He's weird. Kind of let him be weird.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, oh, I don't know if I can let him. I was like, it won't be physical. And he was like, okay, I can let that all happen.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if this guy say grabs JJ's chain, JJ's going to look straight at the bodyguard and be like,
yeah,
what's happening kind of thing.
Yeah.
This guy's trying to steal my jewelry.
And then they just do nothing.
And then the bodyguard does nothing. Firstly, JJ might get angry at the bodyguard. Secondly, JJ might go, all right, I'll take it into my own hands and just punch the guy in the head.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, it'll be funnier anyway if I just keep it all just verbal and weird.
Yeah.
And then I thought back and I was like, it sounds really horrible. But we do so many meet and greets and stuff where I'm like, you can't physically remember everyone's name.
No.
You remember a lot of people, but I was like, we met this guy out in Ibiza.
Cyprus.
In Cyprus, in called Ayia Napa. We met in Ayia Napa on a night out. Obviously, everyone was pretty drunk at that point anyway.
Yeah.
And JJ had literally just met Chris Brown as well at that point.
Okay. Yeah, this is what I want to know. I think I asked you, but I forgot the answer. How did he actually have that photo? Like,
you met him?
But I know, but how did you know to find this guy who had the photo?
So we actually had two guys. We had two actors. One of them was weird, and I mean... genuinely weird. As in, he was literally like, yeah, I want to just go up to him and blow smoke in his face. And I was like...
For a cigarette, right?
Yeah, I was like, no, that's actually like something I know JJ is just...
Yeah.
It's like, I would... If someone did that to me as a prank, I'd actually be a bit like, that was a bit annoying.
Well, yeah, because
If someone was just weird to me, I'd be like, oh, for fuck's like, come on.
Yeah, it's jokes.
So, so this guy then just said, oh, I've actually met...
so you didn't go out, you didn't know he did that until he brought it up.
Yeah,
so that worked really well because that t-shirt was the weirdest part.
Yeah.
He said bros for life.
As soon as he sent me that, so Tanya, our like personal manager, was like, oh, they've actually met before. And I was like, oh my God. She was like, yeah, here's the picture. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Print that on a t-shirt right now and make him wear that. It would be so jokes. Because I was actually tempted to get him to wear like fake tattoos saying knowledge, strength and integrity or something as well. But I was like, no, we'll go.
Because I didn't see the whole thing, obviously, because like when we do the meet and greet, like we'll kind of like split into two. So JJ will speak to people, then I'll speak to people. So obviously he was filming, when Bass was filming the most of Cecil, I was not there. So I got to watch this again. So I saw him saying like, oh, I've got like your pictures all over my wall. And then when like girls come over, it's like weird, you know. But my perspective was weird because obviously this guy came up and he was like, "Oh, do you remember me?" And JJ was like, "Yeah." But I knew he was like just trying to shit. But the way he did that was really like good. Yeah. So at first, that's why I was like, has JJ actually like made it not funny? Because would it have been better if he was like, "Nah, who the hell are you? Like, get out of my face."
Say yeah, so that he could then go, "Where from?"
Yeah. So it's actually as if JJ like, because the bodyguards were saying at first they thought JJ was in on it. Because the way he was handling it was like, oh, yeah. But JJ was just taking the piss for Bass for the vlog.
Yeah.
So it actually worked out. So it's like he actually was acting for your video without knowing he was supposed to be acting for your video.
Well, the thing that kind of scared me a lot was, like, as soon as Cecil went in, I have no control.
Yeah.
I was literally there like, this could all, like, what if Cecil got very nervous within the first minute, broke character?
Yeah.
And someone's like, nah, this is a joke. And I'm like, I'm just sat backstage waiting.
Yep.
And then someone actually came in as well halfway through and was like, he hasn't done much. And I was like, I thought it was going really well. Bass was like, yeah, it's decent. And then someone came in and was like, yeah, he's not very good. And I was like, what's he done? He's like, oh, not a lot. But it turns out they weren't next to him at that point.
Yeah.
They were expecting physical stuff.
Yeah.
So they were watching from afar, waiting for him to, like push JJ or something. And I was like, no, that's entirely the opposite of what I wanted.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why, I think JJ was like, "Oh yeah, you could have done more." Like that, I was thinking the same. I was like, "You should have really gone for something crazy." But when I watched the video, it actually was better the way he did it. Yeah, it's funnier. It's less controversy, but it's funnier.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it more because he was being weird. And, he looked really nervous. That's why at first I thought he was just a crazy fan. I was waiting to go backstage and be like, "Oh, remember that guy in pink? Like, what a weirdo!" Because and even after the fact that I knew it was a prank, I still got it wrong because I was like, he was terrible at vlogging, and they were like, "Nah, that was Simon's camera." And Valdi took a photo of him, but there's no flash, blah blah blah, and it was because the camera was recording the whole time.
Yeah.
But even then, I didn't understand that. I said to Bass, I was like, "How come his flash didn't work?" Bass was like, "You idiot! They were filming the whole thing." I was like, "Because Valdi was in on it, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
When you walked in as well, that's as soon as I clocked. I think it's because when you told me the idea originally, you said you were like, "Oh, I'll get you in on it," and then because you never did it, I was like,
I said to Bass, I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to get Randolph in on it."
Yeah,
and he went, "No, don't."
Well, I think because he was there.
Need. Yeah, he was like, "There's no need to."
If Bass wasn't there, he probably would have had to got me. Yeah. Or you still have Valdi and everyone.
Yeah. But I literally said, I said to Cecil, I was like, "I'll call him Rudolph."
Oh yeah, yeah. So
I went, get a group when you meet them. Try and get a group picture. And when Randolph comes over, okay, "Oh, Rudolph, not you."
Yeah,
because I was like, Randolph is too nice. He will not say anything.
Oh yeah, no, of course, but also because it's happened on the tour as well. Like someone will be like, "Oh, can we get one separate?" So some people will do one with JJ, but then they'll still do one with me after. Yeah. So just do one separately. I'm always fine with it. So when he said it, I was like, yeah, this was. I mean, I'm used to it by now.
Oh, I felt so bad.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Oh, where's Rudolph?" Like when we split up, and I was talking to I guess people signing stuff in the video. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, where's Rudolph?" And then the top comment is like, "I died when he called him Rudolph." And if I'm not, stuff like that doesn't bother me. Like any memes or anything, I don't care. But I posted an Instagram photo, and then every single comment was just Rudolph. And at that point, I was like, "No, it's fine."
Well, the other thing that worried me about that whole thing was obviously that was the VIP meet and greet.
Yeah,
and I was like, I don't want him to. I don't want him to ruin their experience.
Yeah.
So
I get that because some people at the VIP some people are obviously more confident than others. So originally, the way we wanted this VIP to be is we didn't want it to be like a line and people just taking photos. We wanted it to be like everyone chilling and we're just hanging out, eating pizza. But obviously then you have the people who aren't as confident, they won't talk to you because they'll be at the back. So we were like, all right, first everyone queue up, we'll get a photo, have a quick chat, and then after that we'll go more in depth. But we have had certain shows where someone's just been talking the whole time. And it's like, you don't want to be a dick to them and say look, stop. Yeah. But also, you want to get to the people at the back as well. Yeah. So that's why we've got the bodyguard, Alex. So he'll be like, yo, just switch around now, which is good.
That's why I was hoping, okay, Cecil may have taken up some of the time. But I was like, because we ended up hanging around for a little bit after as well. Yeah. Like he was meant to end at 1:30 or whatever. We ended up finishing at 10:50.
Yeah.
I met everyone.
Yeah. When I saw you, I saw you walk up and I was like, damn it, I should have known. I'm so disappointed.
Oh, bro, I walk in the room, I'm recording.
Yeah.
And then as I get to JJ and I go like, "Oh, leave him alone, man, leave him alone."
Yeah.
JJ's face just drops. And then I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, what the, like that.
Because he
And I
wouldn't
look
put-
at my camera, shut off.
Oh shit.
Like, it's just like bricked. So I have to literally like quickly turn it on, start again. And
Oh my God,
That's
okay.
like the footage. Oh.
Was that he wouldn't have put two and together? When he saw you, he wouldn't have realized that this guy is your guy.
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as I saw you, I was like, okay, yeah, this is fake.
Well,
But-
so I asked JJ the day before as well. I said to him, I went, I was like, yo, while you're away, do you mind if I do something to your room?
Ah,
like that.
okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
he went, okay. I was like, oh, yeah, it won't be much. Don't worry.
yeah.
And I was like, what? When are you leaving? And then he was just like, oh, I'm going to Manchester at like 1 or like 11 or something.
Okay, yeah.
So then I woke up the next morning and I filmed him saying like, yeah, I'm heading off. I was like, yeah, like thinking, I'm going to prank his room. And he even said it. He was like, oh, I thought you were going to do something to my room, not turn up at Manchester.
Got you.
Yeah, he was like fully baffled.